All right, gents, welcome once again. Welcome to the first meetup of this community. Obviously, this venue is, some of you may know it, you're familiar with it. This venue here, the Hippodrome in London, is one hell of a fucking venue. The history behind this is insane. It was opened in the 1900s, and it started, like I said, as a circus. So downstairs in the big kind of like the big area where the stuff is, the games are, that used to be a water tank where like fucking tigers and bears and all these fucking huge animals apparently used to swim. So they used to swim downstairs in this casino, this very fucking building, and the first performer was Charlie Chaplin, very famous. I think he's a magician or something like this, Charlie Chaplin. And then Houdini performed here, and then people like the Jackson Fives and Frank Sinatra hang out here. And then after that it became a casino. So the very place we're in here today is has got quite the history, and to go from Frank Sinatra and all these guys to me is a bit of a downgrade, but you know, it's sad, but it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. The world moves on. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because it's all linked to performance. All these guys that came in this building and performed, they are performers, magicians, musicians, whatever the case may be. And that's what seduction is. Seduction, to an extent, is performance, right? You're influencing, you're persuading, charisma, confidence, charm. Seduction, talking to women, is a performance, right? It's magic. So this is Darren Brown, a famous illusionist, and he said about magic, he said magic isn't about fakes and switches. I'm gonna come this way so you guys can see it. It's not about fakes and switches and dropping coins on your lap. It's about entering into a relationship with a person where you can lead them to experience an event as magical, okay? Rarely is there any sense of challenge, anger, or resentment at being tricked. Some form of unspoken contract exists between the person and the spectator, which permits the deception. So all this to say that women know. They know. They know that you're running game on them. They know that you're doing the thing. You're doing the seduction thing. So seduction, game, whatever you want to call it, is a performance. It's not about putting a mask or being a different person. No, it's about you playing the game. It's a performance. The same way a magician, there's a magician next, I think, in Leicester Square. His name is called Giorgio. He's Brazilian. He's been there for decades. Decades. His show has never changed. He keeps doing the same show over and over again, right? Year after year, people come and see the same show again and again and again. He keeps doing the same thing, but he just polishes it. Same thing with game. Same thing. There isn't anything that I do very differently with different girls. It's the same framework, it's the same structure, the same principles. Every year I try to get better at it. And it's the same thing with seduction. But performance is not enough, right? You learn the game, you learn the tricks, you learn the things, what to say, all that stuff. You start to get numbers and everything. But that's not enough. You need a system, especially in 2026, right? Being good at talking with women is not enough. So there is different tools that you can use in your dating life, right, to get results. Typically, there is always one that is the best that you can ever perform, that you can ever learn in dating. That's the skill of cold approach, right? Being good at cold approach will help you with dating apps, social circle, Instagram, whatever the case may be. Because when you get good at doing dating apps, right? You optimize your profile, which is what a lot of people now these days do with dating apps and stuff. You optimize your profile, you get matches. Okay, maybe you get a date, but now what do? You're on a date, what do you do? Right? How do you take that date to the bedroom? How do you take the bedroom to a relationship, right? Same thing with social circle, right? You got a group of girls hanging out with you, all that stuff, right? Something nice happening, you've invited them to something cool, right? All that shit. But how do you say you like this girl? How do you make it happen? How do you do it, right? Or you like this girl, or you like this girl. How? What are you going to do, right? That alone doesn't get it to the bedroom, right? This alone doesn't get it to the bedroom. Or you've got a nice Instagram, you've worked on your Instagram, you've went out there on holidays, you went to some nice venues, took a buddy with you, planned your outfits, you've got a strong Instagram, a girl looks at this and be like, okay, this guy's interesting, I'm gonna give him time of day, I'm gonna reply to this DM, but then what? That's where this comes in. Being good with women face to face, in person, is what's going to allow you to convert on all these opportunities. So lead generation, the best lead generation tool is yourself, is your ability to talk to women. The rest is extra stuff. It's extra tools to get women through the door, to go to basically, go on dates with you and whatnot. But that skill is number one. So cold approach, the first thing that guys struggle with when we talk about cold approach is fear of rejection, okay? Cold approach anxiety, fear of rejection. I can't speak to her, I can't do this, something bad's gonna happen. If I walk up to her, she's gonna give me a slap in the face. Whatever the thing guys think, right? Or I'm not good looking enough, or I'm not good enough, or whatever it is. Before I go into cold approach and approach anxiety and fear of rejection, whatever the case may be, let's watch a video of me getting the fuck rejected out of me, right? Let's watch this. So you guys can see what it takes. Sorry, excuse me. 1 second. I'm not trying to sell you anything. 1 second. Excuse me. Sorry, excuse me. Quick question. One question. I'm not trying to sell you anything. Quick question. Excuse me. Sorry, quick question. 1 second. Quick question. Excuse me.
I do want to tell you that. It's been really nice to meet you.
No, sure.
I do have a boyfriend back at home who I love dearly, but thank you for coming up to me. It's really
Take it
nice.
as a compliment.
It's
Take
awesome.
care. Enjoy London, alright? See you later. Bye-bye. Excuse me. Sorry, quick question. Do you speak English?
Yes.
I know this is a bit cheeky, but I've noticed you, and you were like so dreamy. You were looking at the sky, and I was like, you're married. You can have a lover. Enjoy the rest of your day. Inside your soul.
I'm engaged there. I just can't.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
That's very good. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you.
Okay, but I feel very flattered with your compliments.
That's very
Anyway.
good. That's very good. Well, enjoy the rest of your day then. Alright, take
Thank
care as a
you.
compliment. Take
You
care. See you
too.
later. Bye-bye. Excuse me, lady. Sorry. Please,
No,
1
sorry.
second. No, 1 second. I'm not trying to sell you anything.
Honestly, it's okay. Thank you.
Alright, have a good day, ladies. Take care. Love that. That's cool. Have a nice day, darling. Alright, take care. Excuse me. Hello. Do you speak English? 1 second. 1 second. Give me 2 seconds. Newcastle, we haven't tried yet. So we'll see. Maybe we'll go to Newcastle. You guys can show us the spots. You can tell us where to go. Anyways, guys, have a good day, alright? Take care. See you.
I actually need to just quickly choose something.
Oh, sure. No problem. Take care. It's coming. Alright, take care. Good.
I've got to
good.
run, so I'm a little bit late to get
I
back
know.
to work.
You
But
got
it was
it.
nice to meet
Let's
you.
do Instagram, and another time maybe we'll grab a coffee.
I have a boyfriend and he would not let me give my
I'm
Instagram
not trying
out.
to be a boyfriend. I'm trying to be a lover.
It was nice to meet
All right,
you.
darling.
Sorry.
Take care. All right. See you later. Hello. Can you speak English?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just wanted to say I noticed you had a lovely start. I was trying to say hello. You guys always do this. Are you gonna run away, or are you gonna do something?
I'm gonna run away.
All right. Have a good day. Take care. I wanted to get your Instagram.
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you though.
Well, it's my job to try,
Yeah.
and you don't have to accept.
Yeah.
But you guys look
Have a nice
lovely.
day.
Take care as a
Thank
compliment. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right.
Yeah.
Take care. See you later, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I am engaged.
You are engaged.
So-
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Well, look.
That's very
you
kind. I
look-
really appreciate your kind words.
Thank you. Well,
And,
you look lovely. So it would be rude of me not to give you the
Oh,
compliment and be
bless
like,
you. Thank you so much. I'm from Slovakia, so very close. Very close.
Oh, okay.
Meeting friends. just like-
Amazing, friend. Anyways, I just wanted to give you a compliment. You look fantastic. Keep it up, all right? Take care. See you later. See, now you need a lover.
Too far away. Give me one
You
step
need a
forward.
lover. You
One
have
more.
a husband, you need a lover.
I'm okay. I'm loyal.
Yeah, good. That's good. I like that.
Okay.
Anyways, it's been nice seeing you, all right? Take care. See you later.
Thank you, thank you.
Bye-bye. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry, hello. Do you speak English? I'm not trying to sell you anything. 1 second. Right. So, why am I showing you this? Anyone?
Well, to show that rejection is going to happen. It's just natural. There's going to be a lot of no's, lot of rejections, just like sales. And you just got to keep going through until you refine your technique and get better at converting them.
Yeah, for sure. Rejection is part of the game. Just like you said, sales is a great example. It's part of it, right? It's part of it. Not every person you're going to try and sell something to is going to accept your offer or entertain the idea of being sold to. Some people are very happy with what they've got, but not looking for anything else. But most importantly, you can't control what other people's perspectives are. These girls may have rejected me for many different reasons. Maybe I'm not their type. Maybe I'm too short. Maybe this, maybe that. I don't know, right? Or maybe they've been approached in the past by guys in a bad way, and they have a bad experience with people talking to them in the street. A lot of guys do this. A lot of guys don't approach them in the proper way, right? They're too harsh. They catcall them and stuff like this. It's not what we do, right? It's very different. But you can't control what other people's perceptions are of you, right? The only thing you can control is walking up to the girl correct, tonality, eye contact, body language, right? That's what we can control. The rest I can't control. And you've seen in that footage, I don't take it to heart. It hurts. It hurts, right? When you get rejected, you're like, fuck, okay, whatever. That's what's going on in my brain. But there is the other voice that I've developed in my brain that goes like, do you know what? You can't take it personally. The reason why I don't take it personally, and I laugh, right, when a girl rejects me, you've seen it so many times. I just smile. Take care, darling, have a good day, see you later. And I just smile, keep a smile on my face, right? But the reason why is because I know that I can only control myself, and I can only control the way I go to these girls. And the rest, it's not my fault. Her experiences with men approaching her, it has nothing to do with me, right? And the way I see it as well, another frame that I have is that I'm providing value. I'm going up to a girl, I'm gonna give her compliments, I'm gonna have a good chat with her, I'm gonna make some jokes, I'm gonna show her what a cool guy I am, right? It's an experience, like we said earlier, it's performance, right? You're adding value to someone's day. I'm not taking value, because a lot of guys go to women, starting question, where are you from? What do you do? Right? That's taking value. But when I go, and I'll see you how I actually talk to girls. When I go, it's about providing value, right? That's so key. And the way you provide value is, you make jokes, you challenge, you tease, you instigate, you make assumptions, stuff that I talk about in the community. I'm not going to go into detail on this. So that's the thing with rejection, right? But also another thing that's important with rejection is that the reference experiences that I have doing the same thing that allowed me to meet incredible girls, go on incredible dates, have incredible relationships. There is a lot of failures from doing this, but there's a lot of wins. And when you think of the wins, every time I get rejected, I think of a win. It's like, oh, but I got rejected now. But last time I did that, I ended up going on a date with this girl. So, okay, if I keep doing the same things, it's gonna work out at some point, right? Okay, fair enough. Some girls are not gonna be interested. I can't control that. But last time it worked. So if I do the same thing as last time, it's gonna work eventually, right? That's called positive reference experiences. So you have to do it enough until you get a win. And then that win, you hang on to it and you drill it in your brain and you're like, fuck, okay, it's actually worked at some point. So this shit works.
Can I just
Sure, yeah.
So recently, obviously, I was getting no's, because I've been coming out quite a bit. Then, a lot of the stuff that you talk about, my wing was telling me my body language was wrong, and I got to fix my a bit more tone and this and that, and maybe what I'm saying. So when I was changing it, I noticed the people are responding more, and I was getting numbers now. Two. Okay, I've got two, but the thing is, it's like what you said. But because I couldn't do it without observing myself from outside, I was just doing the same thing. Yeah. But when the wing saw me, he was saying the same thing that you're saying, and that's synchronized. You know what I mean? Yeah.
100%, dude. And that's why I feel like recording yourself, right? Taking one of those like lapel mics that you get on Amazon for $5 or whatever it is, plug it into your phone and tucking it behind your shirt, and going out and having some interactions, so that you can hear yourself. I hate listening to myself. I fucking hate listening. I hate watching myself. I hate listening to myself. But when you do that, you go like, oh fuck, okay, my tonality there went up. Right? I started to speak a little bit. I'm laughing too much, right? Or I'm not projecting enough, right? That's the stuff, that's the feedback that you need, because people see that. When you talk to a girl, she's gonna see that. So it's all about that self-reflection, right? It's uncomfortable listening to yourself. It's uncomfortable seeing yourself. But when you do it enough and you take the lessons from it and you actually become a better individual, more competitive in the market out there, whether it's dating, work, whatever the case may be, you just become more competitive. So record yourself. If you can film yourself doing approaches, do it. If you have a buddy, film you from far, just so you can see your body language, you can see how you're coming across to people, and that translates to work. It translates to everything, promotions, how people treat you, how clients treat you, how the staff treats you, right? It's so fucking important. It's so fucking important. This is the other side of rejection.
Okay, what I'm doing.
Right, do your Instagram here quickly.
I can't believe you're not watching the football. You don't care. Where are you from?
No, I will. I'm French though. That's why we're gonna beat you guys.
You want Mbappe?
Of
I'm talking to the enemy.
Yes,
This
that's what I like.
side of me. Although for tomorrow, I mean today is Norway, isn't it? So French
Yeah.
is of the.
Are we gonna win? I say we. I say England. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it, yeah.
Bringing it home. If we don't win, I'm gonna cry.
Oh no, darling, no, not do that.
There you are.
All right, darling. I'll follow you guys.
Thank you.
Follow me back though, yeah.
Of course.
All right, see you later. Seductive eyes. And you've got the seductive one.
Okay, I think I'll take that.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
I like it. I don't mind it. What do you do for fun apart from speaking to a French guy?
Nice.
Yeah, I might meet you later on. I don't know. I'll see.
Yeah.
I'll text you, and then
Yeah, I do. I'm not always on my phone replying, but I do reply. It's just I have it off. I don't like notifications. They annoy the fuck out. Sorry.
will you be free tomorrow, maybe?
Yeah, just message me and I'll reply.
All right, come out for a little day out tomorrow. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
See.
All right, darling. Take care. Yeah. I actually ended up seeing her the same day. 21-year-old.
Amazing.
Just texted her literally 30 minutes after, and then ended up linking up to this nice cocktail bar. Excuse me. Sorry, excuse me. Do you speak English? Quickly. Well, another time. Let's maybe get you out for a cocktail or a coffee before you go to Italy, and you know. Do you have Instagram or WhatsApp? Let's do WhatsApp and Instagram.
Instagram.
And WhatsApp, because I want to make sure that you're a normal, you know, the psycho girl, crazy Italian girl.
Do you know if there is any like festival or something today? Because I know there is a game, but I'm not interested.
Okay. Well, I'll send you a message. If you're not doing anything with your friend, maybe we'll go for drinks tomorrow or another time. All right, darling? Bella, bye-bye. Ciao. Hello. Hi. Good there. Sorry, my dear. Do you speak English? Lovely. I just noticed you're on my way to meet my friend.
I'm the shots.
Right, let's get Instagram quickly because you're going your appointment.
Yeah.
And let's do your number, actually. You have WhatsApp.
Yeah, I don't prefer my number though. Like social media
You prefer social media?
Yeah.
You want to keep your number?
It's a blog. If you're a crazy person.
Well, hopefully you know.
I like my birthday.
Oh, good. Hopefully you're not the one who chases me and spams me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. Well, right there, darling. And then, there you go.
This lady, she's an FBI agent.
That's Sergio, the other way. That's the magician guy that I'm talking
I'll
about.
take you.
Yeah, bye-bye. Look at those legs. Beautiful. So, and this was the same day that I showed you that video of me getting rejected. Left, right, and center. Same fucking day. So, just to show you that you can go get blown the fuck out and then end up on a date with a 21-year-old the very fucking same day. Literally 30 minutes after meeting her. Right? That's game. And that's why I said rejection. You've gotta just fucking put it in the fucking bin. You've got to put it in the bin because this is the shit that happens. Right? These are my recent dates over the past few weeks. Some of them that I can remember. Some girls I don't remember. If you know, you lose fucking track. This girl, cold approach. Met her in central London. Right? Cold approach. 24-year-old, stunning girl, beautiful. Right? Went on a date. Seen her a second time. This girl, I was actually working as a waiter in a restaurant when I met her. Romanian chick. I got her number ages ago. Right? And then I added not her number, Snapchat. The way I got her Snapchat is she was sat drinking in the restaurant I was working in as a waiter, right? I'm a waiter. So people tell you, oh, they want money, they want fame, they want status. Bro, she's on a date with a guy that she met as a waiter. I was a waiter, bro. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't get any more fucking ridiculous than this. Anyone tells you they need money, they need fame, you need to be this. You don't, bro. I'm a fucking waiter and she's on a date with me at the time. at the time we met. And I think I walked up to her and it was a very indirect game. It's like, oh, where are you from? You look like you're from this place, blah, blah, blah. What are you up to? Where are you traveling? Because it was like summertime, blah, blah, blah. And I started to share stories about me. Oh yeah, I went to Greece, blah, blah, blah. I need to send you some good spots if you're going to Greece. Do you have Instagram, WhatsApp? Okay, let's exchange WhatsApp. Yeah. Indirect, right? I'm getting the digits, I'm getting the information so that I can stay in contact with her. I'm not being direct, but like, oh, I want to take you on a date. No, you're going to Greece. I need to send you some spots. I know Greece super well. Let's do it. Instagram, WhatsApp, cool. A month, 2 months later, oh, darling, what are you up to? Oh, cool, let's go for a drink. Boom. And then back to my place. I didn't even run my date structure. I didn't even do venue 1, venue 2, and then pool. I just did venue 1 and then straight to the house. And she was the one driving us to the house because she was driving that day. Same with this one. So pool, and this one I didn't pool because it was an instant date, and she was living far, so she had to take the train. So I cut it short. Again, I talk about this in the community, how to deal with dates, and if you meet a girl straight away, and there is no time for you to make it happen that day, pull her that day. Cut the date short, do another date so that you don't build too much comfort with the girl. It keeps that tension. So I cut that date short because she had to take the train to go back to her mummy's house. Right? So this is what happens when you're not scared of rejection, okay? Now, say you're talking to girls, you're going out, you're talking to them. How do you reduce flakes? How do you reduce the fact that you're going to get some numbers and some girls are going to, reply. Some of them might not reply. How do you reduce that? How do we make sure that all the numbers that we get end up to dates and actually show up? Any ideas?
So when you get a number, you can ask her, oh, are you free later on today? Do you want to come for drinks later on today? Maybe somewhere local?
Close, yeah, okay. But remember, she's not free today. She can't do today. She said she can't do today. She can't do today. She's like, here's my number. I need to work today. Here's my number. Any ideas?
If she's not free today, well, you're going to have to contact her later and text her.
Okay, so here is what you can do once you get the number. First of all, is at least have an interaction between 7 to 10 minutes, right? Anything less than 7 minutes or more, so anything less than 7 minutes is too short. You're not a real person in her mind, and like you're just some guy that in the street approached her, and that's it. 7 to 10 minutes is the sweet spot for an interaction, like a cold approach interaction, or any interaction for that fact. Nightclub, club, nightclub, bar, whatever the case may be. Over 10 minutes, you build too much comfort, right? It loses that special thing about it. Grounding. Anyone knows what grounding is? When we talk about game, cold approach, what do you think?
Well, grounding pretty much is, in my understanding, to just like be still and not be too sporadic, not be all over the place.
Okay.
Be like grounded with your voice, grounded with your presence.
Okay.
Grounded with the way you talk.
Yeah, very close, very close. Grounding is basically just telling her about yourself. Telling her about the basic stuff. Like this is more like normal conversation. What you do, where you're from, what's your name, what do you do for work. The things that humanize you, right? Because up until a lot of guys, when they approach girls, it's attraction. It's just the challenges, the tease, the banter, right? Because that's what builds the attraction. That's what makes a conversation fluffy and like dreamy, and like that's the attraction. It's like, oh, this guy's cool, he's fun. But you're not a real person yet. Polarizing. That is a funny one. Because guys who first start to develop the skill of cold approaching, they will be very unpolarizing, meaning they will be very friendly, very, it's not too man to woman, right? And you see oftentimes what that happen, they will get more numbers, right? Sometimes beginners actually get more numbers than guys who are more advanced. But that reduces the amount of show up rate, because she doesn't know what you're in for. She doesn't know what she doesn't know you're trying to fuck her. She doesn't know that, right? Obviously, if that's the goal, typically speaking, that's what you want, unless you're just doing social circle game, which is a different conversation. But the more advanced you get, the more the woman feels what you want. Because it's in your sub-communication, your tonality, the way you talk, because you just build up that skill, and when you talk to a woman, even without having to say things that are direct, she feels it. She's like, this guy, he means business, he's not fucking here to just, right, be my friend. So by default, when you're more polarizing, some women are going to buy into that frame or they're not, right? But when you go with a friendly frame, everyone's going to want to be your friend, everyone's going to want to kind of like contribute. So you're going to get more numbers if you're more kind of like, less polarizing, but that doesn't mean that these numbers are actually going to convert into dates, because, when you text her, it's like, okay, you want to take me on a date now? Okay, sorry, no, right? But when you do that in person, when she feels it, she either falls into the frame or not, and you see that you start to get less numbers. So being polarizing, so that means that the girls that actually buy into your frame, they're like, okay, I know what he wants, I'm going to give him my number. She knows what's the deal, right? So the more advanced you get, the more polarizing you tend to get, the less numbers you're going to have, which is normal because your intentions are clear, right? The date fix, that's basically just talking vaguely about the date that you're going to have, right? Say I'm talking to a girl, I got her number, I was like, okay, cool, right. Look, you know what, I'm actually not free next week. I could potentially do Friday or Saturday, but I've got some things going on. What date would work for you? Do you think Friday or Saturday? Maybe you're free Saturday, okay, cool, right. You stay in Tottenham Court, you said, right, okay, cool. There's a cool bar in Soho, maybe we'll see. Look, let's say Saturday, 7 p.m, we'll go somewhere in Soho. I'll text you though, I'll text you to confirm. Does that work? Cool, yeah, maybe, all right, cool. That is a slight investment from her. So when you text her, after that, you start with the feeler and we'll do some texting quickly. And then you re-engage that initial plan that you said, so still Soho, 7 p.m, Saturday, still cool with you? All right? You're not dropping it as a ton of bricks. It's not just like, so I actually want to take you out on a drink this week. Can you do this? No, it's like we've already spoke about it. You've pinned, it's like sales. You've pinned that, you've seeded that conversation already before you were going to pull the trigger on it, right? So when in the interaction you do the date fix and you get her to lightly commit to it, it increases your chance. It's just a psychological thing. The reason for this is because humans hate to be inconsistent. Right? We hate to be inconsistent. If you tell someone I'm going to be at that place and see you there, you feel bad for being like, bro, I can't make it. You feel bad, right? So it's the same concept here. Getting her to kind of agree, slightly commit to this vague date will make her feel more enticed to stick to that image she's provided.
So can I just say, so when you do the fixing the date and time, so then you're going to, on the text, say, you're good for that. You said something like that, yeah?
Yeah, verbatim, yeah. Just more or less, you're going to, off the top of my head, by the way, I'll let you know, or you can even like take a step back even before that, before confirming. You could say, by the way, Saturday, I might be able to make Saturday, but I'll let you know. Right? And that gives her an opportunity without you offering, putting everything on the table and risking getting rejected. It gives her the opportunity to be like, oh, okay, cool, no problem, just let me know. Now you know, okay, green light, it's on, right? Now, you never had any plans on Saturday, you're free, you just kind of like, you're just setting it up for the like alley-oop kind of thing, right? You just kind of getting the pass to score. You can do that, and then that gives her the opportunity to say, oh no, I can't do it, or I'm not free this week, or like, oh yeah, no, that's fine, you can let me know when you're free, right? And now you know what you're working with, right? But the whole point of that is so that it's not just plans out of nowhere. Right? If you lightly agree to meeting at some point somewhere vague, at a vague day, it's something. It's not you're not bringing it out of thin air.
Yeah,
does that make sense?
Something definite. Okay.
No questions? Okay. So texting. How soon should you get her out after getting the number?
I would say within a week.
Yeah, 100%. 100% within a week. Try within the next 7 days, try and get her out for sure. I typically text them the next day I get the number. If I'm really busy, the day after, like 2 days after, if I'm really busy. Usually, if it's like 2 days, I send a slightly more apologetic text because a lot of girls will be like, oh, you got my number, you never texted me. Women are weird like that. They can get a little bit like sour about it. But it's great because keeps them guessing. Like, why he's not texting me? He got my number. Guys usually text me straight away. Why does he not like me? So he gets the hamster wheel going a little bit. But you can, if it's 2 days and you're like 3 days or you completely forgot, you can just text her and say, hey, sorry, look, it was incredibly busy, and then you can send the feeler text, which I will show you. So yeah, definitely get her out within a week. Because after that, she probably would meet other guys who are, like us, into being good at conversation, seduction, in person, socializing, all that stuff, will probably snatch her up. So you want to be on the ball within a week, get that message out, and get things going. Okay, so the feeler text, this is usually what I send after I get a number from a girl. Again, I'm not going to go into too much detail on this, but it would sound something along the lines of, hey, spontaneous, but cool meeting you yesterday or the other day. Are you always so friendly? Right? It's a little feeler just to ping to see where she is at, right? Some girls will not respond, some girls will respond, some girls will respond extremely positively. I will send you a text this big. You're like, okay, good, great, right? Another one that I'm testing at the moment, I don't really have much data on it, can't tell you if it worked great, but apparently it's got potential. And I do the same thing. So, hey, nice to meet you the other day, spontaneous meeting you the other day, whatever it is. How normal are you? Just send that. And then usually the reason why that's good is because it's easily misinterpreted. Like, what do you mean? Normal? What? I'm normal. Of course I'm normal. What do you mean? Gets her to qualify, right? It gets her. A lot of texting is enticing a girl to just respond. It's a bit of mindfuckery. But like, what does he mean? That's so much better than, oh, it's a boring text. I don't want to respond to this guy, right? So if there's anything that can slightly be misinterpreted or anything like this, definitely send that as opposed to a safe text. Pre-text wank. This, as funny as it sounds, it's true, and I did mention that to you earlier, and I said, don't text when you're horny. We're men, right? You're late, you're in bed by yourself. You wish you had a woman. She's texting you. She's up all night as well. She's sending you pictures of her in her bed or her in the bath, and you're like, fuck, this can be a pool. You're like, yeah. You're like, where do you live? How far are you? Can you drive? Can I get you an Uber? Like, it's risky. You can lose a lot of leads if you're just like in your bed by yourself and you're like feeling a bit, and you've got a girl that you're talking to. It can happen, and I actually will show you the screenshots of text with a girl I actually have a date with tonight. I need to message her because I've not told her when we're meeting. But there is in that text exchange me trying to go for the same night kind of thing, but I had to pull back. But I'll show you, if you still want to do that, I'll show you the calibration, how you do it without going too strong, without burning it, right? But if you're feeling a bit spicy, just be aware your texting might not be as well. So just be careful. You're gonna lose that girl if you burn it. 48-hour sin bin. Silence. I don't respond. I don't respond to girls that don't respond. I don't engage with them for 48 hours. If I send a text, at least 48 hours. If I send a text and she doesn't reply, I'm not double texting for at least a few days, right? And when I text a girl that hasn't replied, is going to be a ping. And I'll go over what a ping is. Most of you guys probably will know. It's basically just a value text. It's not asking any questions, it's just providing value. But if she doesn't answer, if she's not complying, if she can't make it, no response. Oh, sorry, I can't make Monday. Silence. I wouldn't, or my dad, my fucking cat died, I can't come. Silence. The nice guy would be like, oh, sorry, I hope your cat who died feels better. Right? Like the nice guy would just say something. I don't even reply. I reply, maybe I'll reply 2-3 days after, but oh, sorry to hear, whatever, right? But typically speaking, you don't want to reward non-compliance. Right. And your attention is a reward, right? Giving her attention is a reward. So sin bin, 48 hours. How many times have you guys gotten a girl saying to you, maybe we'll see? Maybe we'll see, maybe I'll come see you. Maybe. the way I deal with that is I flake on her first. Or maybe I'll come see you Friday. Let's do Friday. She says, oh, maybe we'll see. Comes Friday, I can't make it Friday, enjoy your weekend. That basically says no. It means no. When a girl says, maybe we'll see, it means no.
That's your message at the bottom.
And that's what I reply.
Yeah.
All right, I'll wait until Friday, and on Friday I say, sorry, can't make it Friday, enjoy your weekend. Because in her mind, she was never going to come. But now I'm the one who's flaked on her. She'd be like, what? I was never going to come, but he flaked on me. But he's the one that said he can't come. Like, who does he think he is? Now you've got that emotion in her, and that's, you can then take that and turn that into attraction, take that into chasing, right? You're smiling, you love that one, don't you?
No, just the things that I tend to do myself, because I know it just gets me a reaction.
Hey, you got it down, man. There you go. So that's the maybe girls. A lot of, especially the Russian girls, say that. Voice pings with a background. So what you want to do is you go on YouTube, typically on your laptop, and you type cafe or bar background noise. You turn it up, and you go on WhatsApp, and you do a voice ping. A voice ping, the way I do it is I would like get close to the background sound, and I will do the voice ping. I'll tell you how to do what I say, but why do you think that is? Why do I do this?
Well, you want to show that you got a life. You know, you're busy. You got a life to live. You're not like a loser that's sitting at home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, very much. And some people will be like, "Oh, that's deceiving. That's deceptive. Whatever the case may be." Like we said, magician, performance. It's a game, right? It's the experience. We don't have time to be out. Like a lot of us are working jobs. We've got businesses to build. We don't have time to play the game. But that's a way to play the game in our favor, right? And also when you're out with your friends, you don't have time to text girls. You're just having fun, right? But if you're in a restaurant, you know, restaurant background sound, like, hey, Jenny, have you been kidnapped by the Russians or something? I hope you're alive. Anyways, bye. That's it. Something like this. Something fun, right? Something lighthearted. You're not, you know, like, hey, Sarah, I've seen a squirrel earlier. It made me think of you. I hope you haven't turned into a squirrel. All right, see you later. Something like this. Something fun. A ping. I've got tons of pings in the community. You can watch it. You can see it in the text game stuff, right? There is examples. You can steal them. Nice deep voice, right? Talk to the microphone close so she can hear you breathing, right? Just taps into their fantasies. After a long day of work and you're like, I can't be bothered, mate. Let me see the girls that have flaked on me and the girls that haven't responded, and you just do a voice ping. And you see girls sometimes respond. It's an easy way to revive leads. Again, it's not deceptive because it's the game. Girls know what's going on.
When are you doing this, by the way?
I'm doing it if I'm talking to a girl and she hasn't responded, and it's been like a few days now or a week, or it's a girl that I haven't seen in a while, I haven't texted in a while. I would use this to re-engage, right? That's kind of a form of a ping. That's a ping, basically. That's a vocal ping. You're using your voice to ping her, to get some sort of like response back. See, just kind of like sending something to see if something is going to come back, without asking, without losing your value as a person, as a man. So yeah, I do that for girls that, you know, long game, or girls that haven't responded and I've not spoken to them for a while. Visual pings. These pictures are pictures that I have. This one works great. I've used this one and this one recently to re-engage conversations, and I just pretend this is my dog, and I just say something funny about it. I just send this on WhatsApp as like a one-time view typically, and I just say something funny. I write something, the caption like, Poncho always happy in the sun, and I just send this. Girls go, oh, he's so cute. Yeah, I know he's so cute. Anyways,
Dogs, right?
Yeah, of course. And this, why does this work? This works because, especially if you can put like, if there is like two glasses, she's like, oh, who is he with? Is he with a girl? I don't know, that looks nice. Especially if it's like a nice kind of like setup and stuff. And then the caption for this will be, because there is seafood and stuff, seafood is an aphrodisiac. If you guys obviously know what an aphrodisiac is, it kind of contributes to the horny kind of The horniness just makes you horny. And the caption could be just like, too many aphrodisiacs with a question mark, right? Or you could say, you don't even have to do a question mark. Like I said, I usually stay away from questions. You can say, just too many aphrodisiacs, ... Right? It kind of hints a little bit to some sexual innuendos because aphrodisiacs, horniness, blah, 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 right? This actually was a hotel. Actually, a girl that I still date took me to this nice hotel for a weekend, and I took this picture. You can use that as a ping, right? It'd be like, caption could be, well-needed getaway, or something like this, right? This guy, same thing with the dog. Super cute cat, just a funny caption, right? Something about a cat. Just use your imagination, right? And you can ping these to girls. The reason why they work is because you're not asking for anything, you're providing value. It's quite the opposite, right? You're sharing things. The way you want you to treat pings is like you're, back in the days, updating your Facebook status, right? Your Facebook status is like, it's been such a long time, right? And no one uses Facebook. Yes?
I've got a question.
Sure.
So I do understand like female mind and male mind works very differently. I want to ask you, like, how do they perceive this when they look at this? Because if this was sent to me by anyone, regardless, I'm just gonna think like, why are you sending me this? Like, what's the point here?
Yeah.
Because that's just how I think. So how do girls receive this information? Like, especially with these things?
Yeah. Like I said, girls know the game. They know what you're doing. They're not stupid. They know what you're doing. Sending this is just to re-engage that conversation. Sending something like this is far much better than sending, hey, has no value. You text a girl that you haven't spoken to for a week or 2 or 3 months or whatever, and you send her, hey, she's gonna be like, hey. If she replies, I don't think she's going to reply. But sending something like this, it brings an emotion. Probably not for you because you're a man, right? If I sent you a hot girl, you'd probably be like, fucking hell, she's fit. Now some emotion is going into your brain. But you see a cute dog, you're like, oh, it's cute, whatever. But girls process it differently, right? It also is a way of sharing a bit more about you or your lifestyle, what she could be part of. Right? And I actually use this one in the next screenshots I'm going to show you. I use this one to re-engage a conversation, right? And you'll see how the setting, what it communicates, okay, he's out, he's got a social life, he's seeing people, he's doing cool shit, okay? Oh, he's got a dog. Oh, he's got that, you know, he's got responsibility, he's an adult, he can look after a dog. He's got emotions. He's not a fucking psycho, right? Oh, he's got a cute cat. Oh, he's so cute, right? Oh, okay, he does cool things. Okay, that's a nice place. Maybe I could be the one in bed with him, right? That's how women kind of like process things. Yes?
I usually do this on my stories. So like yesterday,
yes.
I went to a pub.
Sick.
I went to a pub and they had like these colouring stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not into colouring. Like, but I know like when girls see me colouring, they will be, oh, he's in touch with his feminine emotion or shit.
Yeah.
And I just post on my story. So what do you think would get like better results, like stories or these things?
That's very, very good. And this is what I said at the beginning. I don't think I touched on it that deep, but we talked about cold approach as being the primary skill set to being good with women. And then dating apps, social circle, Instagram being extra tools, right? You're playing the extra tool game, which is good, right? Because Instagram is a lead generation activity, right? You get girls that see you on there, you've got girls on there. It's also a nurturing activity because if a girl goes on Instagram and she sees your story every day, you're staying in her brain. But if you're on text, if you don't text her for 3 days, she forgot about you. So that's why Instagram is huge. I would apply this principle to Instagram as well. For sure. It's the same thing. Instagram stories are just pings. It's the same thing as you sending her via text. Actually, Instagram is much better because you're not sending it directly to her. It's indirect. So that's very good. So I would do the same thing. I would put this story up with a caption, the same thing I would send it to a girl directly. Same fucking thing. The principle applies the same. Same stuff.
Yeah, the only thing with this is, I'll be honest with you, like sometimes when I post these like girly stuff, because for me, like I'm not into coloring, I'm not into dogs. When I post, I'm just thinking like how my male friends are, receiving this information.
Okay, good.
Do you think he's turning gay now? Like.
So this is what you do. You create a close friends list. And in the close friends list on Instagram stories, you just put girls. Any girls that you're not dating, you put them in the close friend list. So any story that you post that you don't want all your male friends and the girls that you're dating seeing, you just post it to the close friends. And only the girls that are in the close friends list, which are the girls that you want to date and you want the court, blah, 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 you want a game, will see it. So that way your friends don't give you shit for posting a cute cat, right? Because it's like, what the fuck, Jay? Are you taking it from the back now? What's going on? All right? Yeah, for sure. No, yeah.
So in the close friends, you think that the girls that you're not dating, right? But the girls you're dating, you're not.
You just keep them normal, yeah. Yeah. So basically, treat us like the close friends as the girls you're trying to bang, basically, right? What you put in there, only those girls can see it, and you can just play with that however you want. You can put the spicy stuff, you can put this kind of pings. That's kind of the idea.
Walk down the road with some flowers and this and that.
Depends, something like that. If you're into that, bro, if it works, you can try. If it works, you can let me know. But yes, you can do whatever you want, really. You can do whatever you want. So these are visual pings along with some funny text, some funny caption, and it just works. And obviously, like I said, I'm not going to touch on social circle this meetup. Maybe the next one I will. And we'll do a Q&A soon because we've got this up until 3 o'clock. But next time, probably next meetup, I'll do a social circle. I'll dive into social circle. Cool. Okay, texting example. So this is actually a girl that I'm seeing today. This was a cold approach of a Ukrainian chick. And let's go over some text messages. So I approached her, got the number, and I said, hey, it was nice meeting you yesterday. Are you always this nice? Right? Classic ping. And then I say, she did reply. I don't know what she said, but she did turn off her messages and whatnot. So there was a reply, and then I replied, oh, that's what she said. Haha, really? What makes you say that? It was really nice meeting you too. What about you? Are you always this charming? Okay? You will have access to this, mate. It's fine.
Right.
You'll have access to that.
Access to the whole thing.
Yeah, you'll have access. That will be posted in the community as well. So that's what she says, and I reply, I like your energy, like a cute cat, right? Winky face. Can you guys see it? I know it's a bit, yeah. And then I say, only when it's sunny. And then she goes, haha, a cute cat, question mark? I didn't expect that. I'll take it as a compliment. And what are you like after that? You've already got me intrigued. Positive, sounds good. Yes, I like cats. I give massages. Are you good at massages? Okay. You're loving this one, eh? And then she says, I don't know, no one has ever complained, but I do enjoy a good massage after a long day, but I think I'm much better at doing brows than giving massages. Because we had a little joke about my eyebrows being like thick and she liked them for some reason, so I was like, okay, whatever. And I say, haha, okay, I give you a massage, you do my brows. Right, very subtle stuff, right? We should discuss our deal over a nice drink soon, as long as you promise to behave. You can see how it's subtle. It's not too sexual. It's innuendos, right? Innuendos. And then she says, haha, I promise to behave at least until the first glass of wine. Positive. Great. She's complying. She's going into my frame. She's agreeing. Love that. Okay. And I say, and that's why I like you. I reward the compliance, right? I'm rewarding this.
Okay.
So you want to reward good behavior, which is compliance, agreeing to your frame. And this is this is what guys struggle with the most. How to move things to logistics to the date, okay? And this is very simple. What's your schedule like the next few days? It's vague. What's the next few days? It could be a week, it could be a month, it could be... I'm leaving that open to her to decide how soon she wants to see me, right? what's your schedule the next few days? She might say, I'm free tomorrow. Or she might say, I'm free next week. I'm leaving it open to her. I'm not going too specific. And then she says, haha, are you sure? I don't think you know me well enough yet. I'm busy tomorrow and I'm flying away on Friday morning for 4 days. I'll be back on Tuesday. It's my birthday on Sunday, so I won't be in London. Okay, so at this point I'm like, fuck, I can't see this girl, blah, 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 blah. I reply, I'll recognize trouble when I see it. Okay, maybe we can go on an adventure next week before your birthday. We'll see. Where are you flying to? Okay, so at this point, I'm just trying to gauge the logistics, and I realize I can't see her now because she's busy tomorrow, she's flying the next morning, whatever. Where are you flying to? I'm just keeping it going a little bit to see.
Just pull it back.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like, okay, logistics, we can't make it happen now. Let's keep that still vague and open. Let's just keep it cool. Just normal conversation. Because I wanted it to go a little bit longer. And then she said, I'm flying to Corfu. It's actually my birthday this Sunday, so I just wanted to get away from busy London. I love how peaceful it is there. It will be my 2nd year in a row in Corfu. Great, cool. I've been to Greece, so I send her a bunch of pictures from Greece. I'm like, cool, yeah, I love Greece too. Just a little bit of commonality, just kind of like we're on the same wavelengths, just some sharing some, you know, kind of like rapport, connection, whatever the case may be. It looks like it reminds me of my trip to Greece. Happy early birthday. If you had invited me, we would have gone together, but I can't trust crazy Ukrainian spy like you. You just want me for my brows. You see how like this, why did I send this? I sent this to see, is this a girl that's probably going to say, do you know what, come with me to Corfu, right? That's a way of saying, let's go there together. I'm just flipping it. I'm like, if you had invited me, we would have gone together. But because I'm pulling her towards me, I'm trying to make something work, I'm pulling her away. But I can't trust crazy Ukrainian spies like you.
So pull, push in the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Push, pull. Very subtle, indicating that let's go together. Let's go to head this holiday together. And then you just want me for my brows. That's another push, right? You just want me for my brows. Which is basically like, try to, I don't know if you can see the sexual undertone behind this. There's a little bit of sexuality undertone over there. You just want me for XXX. When do people say this? It's only when it's like, there's a sexual exchange. That's what typically girls say. You just want me for sex. You just want me for this. You just want me for this. You just want me for my big brows. My big brows, right? Talk about fucking sexual innuendos there. And then she says, nice. Looks like you enjoy Greece too. It's really beautiful. Haha, I don't want to do anything to your brows. They are already perfect. And you're a good captain too. I definitely should have taken you with me because the video that I sent was me on a boat in Greece. So, okay, at this point, she's not offered me to come to Corfu. See, she's just like, I definitely should have brought you with me. So I feel like this is dead for now. So definitely not going to Corfu with this chick. But everything else is positive. So I'm like, okay, cool. Of course, I love Greece. We could have been pirates together, just playing that little role play, creating that little bubble. Right, sweetie, I need to go. Speak later. Don't be naughty. Okay? So you can see that. Where are you flying? Because I wanted to build a little bit more exchange and probably a little bit more rapport. And then once I did that, there was a nice exchange. I see that was positive. I tried to go for, let's go to the strip together, but it didn't work. Okay, it's like nearly 11 p.m. I'm gonna cut this here because I don't want to be texting some girl for hours and hours when I'm not gonna see her for like a few days at least. So cool, just a little bit of playfulness. We could have been pirates together. Right, sweetie, I need to go. Speak soon. Don't be naughty. Right, still that kind of like sexual innuendo. Don't be naughty. I'm the one who's dominant. I'm the one tells her how to behave. That's the dynamic I'm creating. That's the dynamic I want to keep.
So a few sexual drops here and there, like you just want me and don't be naughty, all those kind of things. I mean, if she said, yeah, come with me, what are you gonna do?
I'll go with her if I can.
Get a flight with her, yeah.
Yeah. Be like, I'll see you in Corfu. if I wanted to. But that's what's important here is seeing the subtlety, how subtle you can actually suggest something without losing your value, flipping it on her.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. In my situation, usually like if I say something like this and then she's open to it, I ended up not doing it just to show her that I'm not that available. Because I also need to understand that, you know what, like she would think like this guy is just like free. How can you just immediately just go? Which honestly is really good because if someone has freedom, they can do it. That's also another layer on top, but girls don't really see that. So I just...
Yeah, for sure, man. Like if she had bitten and she would like come with me to Corfu, and you would be like, nah, that's good. Yeah. That's good, right? If you if you genuinely like don't want to, or it means you have options. It means girls offering you to go on fucking trips and shit like that, right? That's good. But also, pardon?
Like a neg, isn't it? Neg.
It's no, it's not a neg. I would say it's more so just she's chasing you.
I'm busy.
Yeah, she's chasing you, and you're like you're not buying into her bait. You're not biting on the kind of she's baiting you, and you're not falling for it, so kind of thing, right?
Kind of teasing her in a way and making her want you more.
Yeah, it's proper chasing. It's proper chasing, and it just increases that chasing. It's like, you know, she's offered you to do something, and you're like, can't do it. I'm busy. Maybe next time when you come back, kind of thing, right? It just shows that you've got abundance. That's it. So 100%, man. You've got the right mindset, which is good. But yeah, but also on the flip side, like you said, if you had the ability, you had the freedom, the financial ability to just take a flight and go and meet some chick and go, like, it's a great adventure as well. It's a bit risky if you never met the girl, but because I've seen this girl in person, now, could it be that I arrive in Corfu and she never replies? Of course it could be. And that's why I say, if you're going to be the guy who's going around the world traveling, seeing girls and stuff, always have other plans going on. If I ended up in Corfu, for example, if I wanted to go and meet her, and I ended up in Corfu and she doesn't reply, I'm out there meeting other girls. This is why I said learn cold approach. Because you end up in Corfu, okay, this girl doesn't reply, great, let me open all these fucking girls. Next thing you know, 2 days in Corfu, you already have dates lined up. Cold approach is insane, guys. It's the fucking craziest thing. And like I said, you've seen the rejection video. You are going to get rejected, but you've seen the wins. It's fucking worth it.
And once you're great at it, like, you can go to any place and just do it. Yeah.
How about that for a fucking skill set? Anywhere in the world, bro. You get laid anywhere in the world. Dating apps don't do that. Even like I said, dating apps are just a lead generation. You're the one converting, right? Machines, apps are never going to close sales for you. People don't buy from machines. They don't buy from algorithm. They buy from people. Dating is the same. She's gonna fuck you because of you, not because of your Instagram, your opener, or your fame, or whatever it is. That's not really what you want. You wanna have the skill yourself, right? So I end it. I end it because I don't want to be talking to girls for a long time. What you want to do in texting, you have to have bursts of conversations with girls that are like intense, and then cut it. And then every time you have those conversations, ideally it's moving towards something. We'll do Q&A in a second, guys, okay? Okay, so I end it and I said, when I'm not there, I said basically don't be a naughty girl when I'm not there. And then she says, I'll try my best, but no promises. I have a good night. She tells me this. Here's my ping, remember? All right, here's my ping. Too much aphrodisiacs? ... with the eyes, all right? That's the ping, simple. And then she says, so is that dinner or preparation for something else? Okay, this girl is on. I love her, she's into the frame, perfect. Maybe something else. How was Corfu? And then she sends me this, Corfu was amazing, now you've made me curious, what do you mean by something else? Okay, she's biting into the thing. And now she sends me this fucking picture, which is basically a tan line that looks like a fucking Nick. I'm just like, what the fuck happened here? And she says, I think the Greek sun was in a naughty mood too. Okay, great frame, okay, very good. And from just this, and you can see why. Aphrodisiacs, sexual innuendos. If it's done well, she'll play the game.
I suppose she's thinking who you with, isn't it? And having dinner with.
All this stuff, yeah, of course, back of my mind, back of her mind, that's what she's thinking. And I say, naughty stuff because seafood makes me horny. A risky text. a risky text. But because this girl's frame she was very compliant, and she was, you know, kind of like alluding to sex. I'm just like, okay, because seafood makes you horny. Very important wording though. I didn't say seafood makes me horny. I said, because seafood makes you horny. Generalizing, right? I'm not making it about me. That's just the fact.
Because then you'll be like in a desperate mode. Because you know,
Yeah.
horny, I need you.
Yeah, of course. Generalizing, okay? And then I say, haha, how did that happen? And she says, see, it wasn't just the seafood causing naughty thoughts. Her English is not great. She was using Google Translate. And then she says, I have no idea. I used SPF, blah, blah, blah. But I ended up with the funniest stan. The seafood looks amazing. Where are you, London or another adventure already? Right? So you can see that in my interaction, I was coming across as the guy that's adventurous, fun, just gonna give her all these crazy kind of like experiences and stuff. So you can see what kind of idea she has of me in her mind. And I say, I'm in London, sweetheart, where are you? No, you're burnt. Now I have to give you a body massage with moisturizing oil. All right, again, I'm seeing, is she open to this? Can something happen, right? Because at this point, I was a bit horny. And I was like, okay, she's back in London, because I know she was back on Tuesday. This was yesterday or the day before. And I'm like, okay, it's 9:30. She lives nearby. Let's see. Haha, I'm back in London too. That's a very generous offer. Are you sure you're qualified? Sounds positive, but I'm still don't know if it can happen tonight. She's not overtly saying, let's do it. So I say, nice. Are you still off work then? The question is, how much self-control do you have? Okay, so she's testing me as well. You can see here. Are you sure you're qualified? She's trying to make me qualify. Flip it on her. The question is, do you have self-control? You see, right? She tries to qualify me. I don't bite it. I'm like, no. You tell me if you can hold it, right? And then she says, haha, I don't really get days off. I have clients, but I can arrange time off in advance. Are you planning to test me, or are you afraid I lose control? Great frame. And I say, I might test you a little bit, but I'll make sure you stay on your best behavior. Again, most guys would be like, oh, I'll do this to you, I'll do that to you, I'll do that to you. No. You want to be the guy who's centered, right? You want to be the pillar. I'll test you a little bit, but I'll make sure you're a good girl. Kind of vibe, right? I see. I'm tempted to invite you tonight, but it might be past your bedtime. That's my offer for the same night. Hookup, right? Again, subtleties. The words you're using, the way you're formulating phrases and all these suggestions, it's very, very important. I see. I'm tempted to invite you tonight, but it might be past your bedtime now. So I'm giving her an out. I'm suggesting, but I'm pulling away as well, right? Most guys would be like, come meet me tonight, or let's do something tonight, which, look, in some occasions, they might work. I'm not saying it's not gonna work, but you don't know, it's a 50-50. This, I can't lose with this. It's hard to lose with this, right? Because I'm framing it as, I'm tempted, but you're right, yeah? And then she says, I think the seafood really did have an effect on you, but tonight is definitely too late. We could meet tomorrow, after work, or Saturday. Great, she can't make it tonight, cool, okay, Dan, switch off. Okay, like pull back, it's not gonna happen tonight. Cool it down, otherwise it overheats. It's too much and then you just burn it. Okay, so let's cool it down. She said she's free. This is very positive. When a girl tells you, but I'm free XY day or XY date, super positive. That's green light. And then I say, I can't, I say, haha. Okay, so this is, when she says, I think the seafood really did have an effect on you, that's a bit of a shit test as well. It's her telling me like, you're a horny dude, right? So I might have a little bit gone for it there and she picked it up, which is fine because remember, the way I do it, she can't hate me for it. She can't lose value for that. Even if I lost a little bit of value there, it's better than going, come and meet me tonight and her saying no.
What I'm saying, you have to say that because you want to meet her that night, right? So you have to say something like the intent to meet her.
Perfect, yeah.
I mean, yeah, some guys might say, let's link up and this and that, but that's not having an option to opt out or...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's too you're too keen, right? So she tests me there, she calls it out. I don't really respond. I'm just like, haha. Don't entertain shit tests, don't entertain anything that teases you or anything like that, or just give her shit back. But at that point, I didn't really think of anything to come back with that, so I was just like, haha, whatever. And then, I can't do tomorrow, but let's grab some cocktail / one on Saturday evening. How'd that sound? Saturday evening sounds good. What time and where? Super great text, love that. Whereabouts do you live again, so I can pick somewhere not far for you. I want to gauge the logistics. I don't want to make her travel. I know she lives around my area. So she says, just a little warning, my spoken English isn't good as messages. I use Google Translate, as probably you realized the first time we met. So you'll have to be patient with me. I'm around. And I reply something in Ukrainian saying, of course, no pressure. Okay, 6 p.m. I'll confirm the place tomorrow or Saturday. I need to go, sweetie. Speak soon. Good night. Right? You're busy. You've got shit going on. When you speak with her, it's bursts of exchanges. Bursts of positive exchanges. You're trying to move it to a meetup eventually as well. But you don't have time to text a girl all night. Right? Okay, cool, darling. Boom. What? Business closed for the day. We're done. I need to head back to shit. See you later. And then she says good night. And I need to text her now where we're gonna fucking meet. And that's where I will send her. I will share the bar. I will go on Google Map, click share location, copy the link, go on WhatsApp, post it so she can see all the detail of the Google Map information of that venue. And I say, meet you here at 6 in Wimbledon. And then she replies, yeah, and then she replies, she says, okay, cool, perfect. And then my second text to this is, wear something sexy so we match, right? Just another spike, she knows, okay, shave your down there, get pretty, do your nails, wear something sexy, because she knows what's gonna happen. Or at least she knows that I'm the guy who's gonna go for it. She doesn't have to come back to my place, she doesn't have to go all the way, but she knows that I'm not here to play. Like, dress appropriate, you know what's gonna happen. So that's that. That's the text exchange. Any questions?
Yeah. Any questions? In terms of texting?
Yeah, anything so far.
I think I do understand the dynamics and psychology of it. That's never been the kind of my problem, I would say.
Yeah.
I'll be coffee, but
No, of course, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But it's the whole thing of, like I mentioned to you previously when we first met, of actually doing it. What I'm trying to say to you is just to go through these process and procedures. I think I've gone past that stage now, and I just do not feel like entertaining it anymore. So how do you first things first, like get back into it? Second thing is, what else can you actually do to then either build a life of value that people tend to see it, and then they're like, you know, I want to be associated with this person. I think answer to that kind of I'm saying to you is the events, the thing that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Because for me, doing this is time consuming. Like,
yeah.
I just cannot switch off from my work. It's really difficult for me now.
Yeah.
And having to have put time into this takes me away from my purpose, which in my mind has no priority anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a valid question. It's also not just a valid question, but a valid position in life as a guy. You'll get to a stage where your business is more important than texting a girl at night or going through numbers and stuff. For sure, I agree, right? The only caveat with this, before I tell you what I think the solution to that is make sure that you have the skill down though. Make sure that you're able to take away the whole social life, the whole social circle, the whole setup to make you work less. You need to be able to, if all that doesn't exist anymore and you have to go back to the basics, which is this kind of stuff, one-on-one stuff, like one-on-one messaging and all that stuff, let's make sure that you've got that down. And from what you're saying, I suppose you have the experience, you've been messaging, you've been getting dates, you've done this whole one-on-one stuff. So I'm assuming that that's fine and you don't have any issues with this. Now, I would say, once you got that down, because a lot of guys are like, oh, I don't want to do the texting, I don't want to learn texting. And that's the wrong mindset. You need to learn the cold approach, you need to be good at texting. And then all the other stuff we were talking about, like dating apps, social circle, Instagram, those are games you can run, but if you're not good at the cold approach, if you're not good at the texting, it's like you've got a bucket that you're trying to fill with water and there's holes in the bucket. You've got to have the skill, right? My solution to you is, if you're busy with work and you don't have time to do this one-on-one stuff, the social circle part of it is where you want to be. And for that, you need to have a strong Instagram. You still need to find a way to meet girls, because that's going to be your lead generation. And that could be going out to venues, going out to places like this, going out to bars, going out to events, going out with your friends and talking to girls and getting their Instagrams. That's your pipeline, right? You're building girls. And you run them through your Instagram. Instagram is going to be your bread and butter. You have to have polished Instagram. The Instagram will do most of the work. It will do all of the attraction work. It will do all of the stuff. It will do all of this bantering and all that stuff. Because she would look at your Instagram and she'd be like, okay, he's with girls, he's fun, he's got an interesting life. That's a guy. Not only does she feel safe coming to your events or seeing you, whatever the case may be, but there is some level of attraction as well. Because when you have other women and other people around you, it communicates all these good things. So I would say that's what, if you're trying to do less of that texting work and like courtship stuff, you want to build another system that does that for you. And that's typically the Instagram, the social circle life, right? And all you do, just before I get to you, all you do at that point is you go out, you exchange Instagrams, you run a little bit of game, right? To show that you're a cool guy. And then you go on Instagram and you say, hey, meet me at this place, bring a friend. And that's what I said, like, you create the events and all that stuff, or like you're part of the events, or you know people who have events and you're part of that circle, right? So, but don't think that you're not gonna have to do work. Like, there is going to be work, whether you're running social game, whether you're doing the solo game, whether you're doing dating apps. I know you're an automation guy, you're a systems kind of guy, and you can try that, and you can try and like have systems and all that stuff. Don't know, man, create a bot that can text girls for you, whatever the case may be, but there is some level of manual work that goes into dating that I don't think anyone can automate just yet. So if you're really wanting to be like lazy and not have to text these girls, you might still need to do a bit of work. But if you don't want to do as much, Instagram, social circle game will help you a lot with that. It will reduce the friction between meeting the girl to getting the girl to see you somewhere in an event, in a venue or something like this. Does that make sense?
My attendance on the next event has confirmed at 100%.
Yeah, good. Yeah, because next time we'll definitely hit on social circle game for sure. Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jay's thing, like, you still have to spend time going to events and meeting them and this and that. You're still spending time doing stuff. Yeah, the Instagram is like your portfolio, right?
Yeah.
It's got all your value there, high status value. You still have to meet up in the events and then follow up. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe have to text them, right?
Yeah.
Chat to them, text them. You're still doing that thing. So, yeah.
It might be less though when you're doing the social circle because you've got other things going on. That will help with this, but for sure, yeah. But there is still an element of manual work at some level, whether it be running game in person to get those girls to, let's exchange Instagrams. But then once you have on Instagram can do a lot of the work for you, right? You got cool pics, cool, story highlights of you doing cool events and stuff. So I think your bread and butter would be get into those circles, make friends with some cool guys and a lot of girls. Lots of girls.
Can I just quickly ask,
Yeah.
what kind of events can you find, like, what kind of events?
Typically for me, the girls that I like girls that are like into like cocktail bars and like, I don't like the rave and the nightclubs and all that stuff. Because you can do it, but you got to choose your scene, what you're into, what kind of girls you like, and where do those girls hang out? It's like business. Where are your clients? Where do they hang out? And you want to go there, right? But personally, social circle game is something that I'm going to get into again. But if I were to start over again, I will go on Instagram and look at London and search like, cocktail bars in London and see what kind of girls are tagged into those venues.
Yeah.
And if that's the caliber of girl that I like, I will start to go to these venues. And this is why I say cold approach is important, because how do you go and speak to those girls if you don't have cold approach skills? All right? Obviously, in a social setting, it will be more indirect. You'll be like, hey, I love your dress. Oh, where are you guys from? Oh, da, 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 da. As opposed to, oh, you're gorgeous, I want your number. Very different, right? Different game. Just slightly more toned back, more friendly. More like you're meeting them at their level. You're like, we're in the same venue. We're both part of the same kind of squad, team, culture, whatever it is. Who are you? We've not met. Oh, cool, nice to meet you. No, that's your friend, introduce me. Oh, that's it. Cool. Well, we've got something going on next week. You guys seem like you're cool enough to get an invite. Do you have Instagram? Let's do Instagram quick. Blah, 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 blah. Right, next, and then now she sees you again in the other event, and you're, oh, it's you, hi, how's it going? Oh, that's your friend. Boom, now you're friends. And now the other girls see that, like, fuck, this guy knows everyone, right? And then you're like, after party, okay, let's go after party. Now, after party, you isolate one girl, like, okay, you start to kind of run game on her, boom, tease her, push her away. She teases you, she pushes you away. You don't have to do as much work, because now she's seen you with all these other girls. She's got attraction already. You know what I mean? Social circle is good, but there is still some work. Yes?
I think it's also really important to understand, like, who you are.
Yeah.
Because doing both, what comes to conclusion is I'm more sort of an informal, indirect, long-term type of guy. Meaning, like, I would have a girl in my vicinity, and then she would just see me for like a couple of months until it turned into something else.
Got it, yeah.
Because what I've realized with myself with like direct approaches is girls don't really know you. You need to run game. You need to have a facade on. You need to kind of like manipulate in a sense. I mean, that's all fine, but again, at the same time, I think my whole personality is a lot more geared towards informal stuff. Because once they get to know me as a person, then I don't need to run game. They like me for who I am, and it's just much more easier and simple.
Probably social circle better for you, yeah.
What is what I've experienced.
Yeah.
Because then the girls tend to stick with me for a long time.
Yeah.
Is what I realized.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. That's interesting. And I feel like for you, it might be helpful to take some of the stuff that's on here to help you expedite that process, perhaps, or get more out of the process or the way that you want to run things, and just optimize. If there's anything that's valuable to the way you want to live your life or experience dating and whatnot, try and see if there's anything that can help expedite that process for you, because what you don't want to do is wait 2 months to get a relationship, right? But you also don't want to, from what you're saying, I understand you don't want to jeopardize your career, your work, and everything else, right? So you've got your ways of doing things, and you're set on how you see things, which is good. But there's things that happen in very, very quickly, right? This is like 7 minutes of meeting this girl, and we're at a date, right? So you can still do the less gamey stuff, like the more kind of like connection if you want. But another thing I want you to keep in mind, and that so that you don't burn yourself and you don't disappoint yourself, is that this girl could come home with a guy after an hour of meeting him, but she could also make you wait 2 months to sleep with you, depending on how you present yourself. So it's very subtle, but it's very important. And you think that you've met a girl that would not sleep with a guy within the first hour, because you're presenting yourself as the guy who wants a connection and wants to wait, which is fine, but she will give you what you want to see. And then what I don't want you to end up with is think that you've met a girl that waits until she's connecting with someone to sleep with a guy when she slept with me 2 hours after meeting her.
That clicked something in me because it has happened.
Yeah.
It has happened.
It's huge, bro. Because we're romantic, dude. Yeah. We are the ones who are romantic. We are the ones who want to take them out, love them, like, you know, like be kind of like have that connection. But, dude, she's meeting some guy in the club and going home with him and fucking him. I'm not saying this to bash on women, but that's just nature, right? So just be careful of that, because the risk with this is we all have that lover vibe, like not lover, but like it is a lover, right? It is a lover in us that we love women and we cherish them. We think they're these, you know, beautiful things, sacred things to cherish and protect. And we're like, oh, I'll take it slow with her. I'm not gonna rush her through it. But just be careful that they have a side of them that's wild. And the little princess that you found you think she's not done anything crazy, she's got that side of her. Maybe she hasn't done. I'm not saying every girl is like that or has had the opportunity to do something crazy and jumped on it. Not saying that, right? It happens. Some girls are just like, no, I'm gonna wait or something. But just have in the back of your mind that females, they've got those the angel and the devil. Just have that in the back of your mind so that you're not, I'm not gonna do anything and wait for 2 months because that's who I am and I think that's how she is as well. Might not always be the case.
With me, when I say wait, is not.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making a point, but I know you're not. Yeah.
For me, waiting is not like I'm waiting because I want like a perfect relationship and
Yeah.
you're just son of an angel or daughter of an angel or
Yeah.
whatever. For me, waiting is like she gets to know me
Yeah.
without me actually telling her anything.
Yeah.
She's just looking at my stories,
Yeah.
hearing about me from others,
Yeah.
and that kind of does the work for me. But I also get the point where you just said because it has happened to me once. And then I do realize what you're just saying, and then I think I should not be just fixated on one way of doing it, and should also tap into this way of doing it more, like how I used to when I was young adult. But it's just the flip, like like how do you balance both? How do you manage both? Is kind of where my, how do I say?
Dilemma.
Bottleneck has always been.
Yeah.
Because when I'm out and about, like I've just finished a meeting or I was just doing some work, I'm in that mindset and the framework. So for me to come out from it, to see a pretty girl and just start feeling a little bit more, how do I say, like open and friendly, has always been a problem for me.
Got you. Okay. It's like switching into that flow.
Yes, exactly.
Switching into the flow. Okay. And that's the reason why you're like, do you know what? I'm not going to try and put this mask on. Instead, I'm just going to be me and let it happen through just me being me kind of thing, as opposed to having to put that mask on to go in the flow kind of state. Is that what you're kind of saying a little bit?
A bit, yes,
Yeah.
but also like, because when you are like bogged down with work, you're just a completely different person.
Yeah.
Like, just go away, just don't talk to me.
Yeah.
And I just also like exude that energy.
Okay.
And then people do flee away, like it's just don't touch him, like he's gonna burn you. Like,
Yeah.
So I do exude that energy.
Okay.
For example, with events, like even with this, you're in different framework, different mindset. You open.
Yeah.
Same with like when you're going out. Same with when like you need to meet a woman or like maybe like a social circle event. You need to act a certain way. I think it's just that type of
two different brains. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So on a day-to-day basis, when I'm leaving work, I'm going gym. I'm just not in that framework. I'm going gym thinking I'm gonna fuck up the workout.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to.
Yeah. Okay.
Flow, like,
Yeah. Okay. So there is a few things that I think it's a mindset and vision thing, as opposed to seeing it as opposed to see flow as like a different side of you or like a different person or like a mask. I want you to see it as a tool within your personality, right? It's a side of you, because we're not the same with our mom and dad as we are with our friends. We're not the same with our kids as we are with our boys. We're not the same with our cousins as we are with us here, right? We're not. These are different tools, different skill sets, different soft skills that we have adapted to the situation, right? So I want you to think as flow or charisma, charm, whatever you want to call it, as things that you pull out of your tool, of your arsenal in here, because you've got different tools in here, right? To get what you're trying to get from specific said situation, right? You're not gonna flirt with a client. You're not gonna flirt with a colleague that you're trying to build a business with or whatever, right? But that doesn't mean that, when you're with your little sister or your dad or your mom or whatever it is, that you're not good at your job, because you're not trying to close them. You're not trying to do anything work-wise with those people. They're just family. You're just being chill, right? So you are being a different person in different situations, right? It's just that you're putting a lot of barriers into being the seducer, the charmer with women. It's a blockage in here. Now, there is a few things that you can do to help you warm up that weapon so that you can start firing it. And it's little things like, and I speak about this in the day game module, the warm-up phase, and that's just giving people compliments, having conversations with people without trying to get something from those conversations. Walk up to the guy and, you walk into the Sainsbury's and you see the security guys. How's it going, man? You good? How's your day? Busy? Yeah? It's hot today, eh? All right, do you want a drink? Cool, all right, take care. Cashier, how's your day been? How's your shift? Yeah? Fucking hell. Do you have any plans this weekend? Anything fun happening? Oh, fuck, you're going back to Brighton? Fucking hell, that's a trick. Anyways, nice to see you, man. Take care, yeah? All right, see you later. Boom. You do a couple of these and now you're like, fuck, okay, Jesus. Feels good, man. Yeah, you loosen up, right? You know what I mean? Like you have to, it starts the moment you leave the house, the office, right? You've seen me, bro. You've seen rejections. That's me warming up. That's me warming up. Nothing happens, nothing bad happened. I'm like, okay, I'm feeling loose. I got rejected, but I'm feeling more loose. Now when I go to the next interaction, right? That weapon is warmed up. It's ready to fire. It's ready to go, right? The work weapons, okay, guys, put them back in the cupboard, right? The professional J, the sharp J, the no bullshit J, okay, back in the cupboard, mate. Now it's fun J, right? Bring out those weapons out. Do you know what I mean? The same way you go home is the son. It's like you're Jay, the son of your dad, Jay, the son of your mom, Jay, the cousin, Jay, the brother, Jay, do you know what I mean? It's the same things, man. We've got these personalities, these tools within ourselves. It's not a mask. It's just our minds, our personalities are so broad. Some of them we've tapped into, some of them we haven't. And because we haven't been trained to tapping into those personalities, it's so hard to go into them and you're like, oh, that's not me. So that's what your brain says. Oh, that's not me. I can't tap into that personality, right?
Can I just add to
Yeah, of course.
Because I was like that when I was going out on my own before, yeah, and it was a bit dry because it's harder on your own, right? Well, probably not for you because once you're good at it,
yeah, no, I mean, I still get rusty for sure. Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, you always got to warm up a little bit anyway. But when I go with some people, it makes me more motivated, right? So that way, just one person is enough. You got someone good to go with, and you're going to work together, motivate each other, push each other. Then you're going to start 1, 2, rejection, that's fine. Next one, next one, next one. Then the momentum is building up, and then, like Dan said, you get more motivated, isn't it? And you just keep going. Yeah.
For sure, man. For sure. So yeah, like I said, try not to. It's in your brain just for the future, and have a look at the day game module. I'm sure I've talked about warming up. If not, I will do a video about this. But it's just a different skill set that you have within you that is just harder to tap into.
I think I just need to add it to my schedule, as you might say. Like when you go out of the house, or when you go into some destination, this is what you have to do.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do it, who else?
Absolutely, dude. Like, try not. This is the issue with. We're gonna wrap up soon, guys. By the way, this is the issue with guys trying to learn this stuff, trying to get good at this stuff. It really isn't about being a different person. It's just about tapping into a side of your personality you haven't trained. You have not trained. It's a trainable skill. The same way you train, you start a job and they train you sales. They train how to speak with clients. They train how to do this. They train the customer service. They train this. It's a trainable skill. You're not being a different person. And for sure, try to incorporate it in your day-to-day life. Like I said, this starts with little things, because what's going to help you incorporate it and make it part of your personality is doing the things where you're not expecting something back in return. Right? Have that conversation with the cashier. Give that guy a compliment, right? Sometimes what would happen, you see people in their fucking head. You'll go to a guy, you'll be like, hey mate, cool shirt. And he'd be like, thanks. Right? Like, hey mate, cool shirt. Oh, thanks buddy. Love your style. Have a good day, yeah? Cool. Right? That's how people should be. But people are stifled. I was walking by. That was like the day I did that infield recording. I walked by. It was a great, like an older guy. Like, I don't know, it's just like a grown-ass man. And I said, looking good in that shirt, mate. And I kept walking. And he fumbled. He was, thank you. Like, people are in their heads. They're in their head, right? So, get in the habit. Get in the habit. Cool shirt, mate. Love that. And you're just going to feel so good, man. you see, the world is full of love. People are full of fucking energy, and you make some people's days. Like, you honestly are going to make some people's days, and you're going to feel so good about it, right? Next thing you know, opening a girl, giving her a compliment feels like nothing, bro. Feels like nothing. Like, I had a couple talk to me on the way. I had these lights and all that stuff, and they're like, "Is this a light? Are you filming something?" And I was just like, "Great, an opportunity to train my skills of conversation." "Oh yeah, we're doing this, we're doing that, blah, blah, blah." Next thing you know, he's talking to me about AI. I'm like, okay, blah, blah, blah. Right? It's a skill. So try that, mate. Try and incorporate it in your day-to-day life. I know when you go to the office, our work is sometimes just fucking focus, and that's how we are as men, right? It's just fucking logic. Bang, 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 bang. When you get out, try and tap into that brain, right? Try the little conversations, the little things without you wanting something back from them. Just give value, because it's actually selfish. When you give value, you feel good. So it just builds your state, and when it builds your state, your conversations, your sets, your conversations with women, your game is going to get better. So it's actually a selfish thing. Making people's days is a selfish thing because it helps you as well. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. But try that and see how you feel, and then hit me up again and we can talk about it. Okay, so quickly I'm going to run through this. Verbal escalation on dates. Things that you can talk about on dates. After typically the get to know you stuff, where you're from, what do you do for life, what do you do for a living, where you're from, how old are you, well, I mean, ideally if you're going on a date with her, you know how old she would be. Unless you're being risky, but hey, not judging. Like level 2 escalation, verbally, right, what do you talk about? Typically I like to say, what do you do for fun? What do you do for fun? What's your thing? Right? I'll send you this, by the way, but I mean, you can take a picture if you want. Yeah, go on.
For later today.
Yeah, of course. Or what do you do for fun? Right? What do you do for fun? Da, 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 da. What's your guilty pleasure? No. What do you do when no one's watching? When you're in your bedroom, I'm not going to tell your mom, don't worry. What's your guilty pleasure? Just whisper in your ear, just whisper in my ear. Tell it. I'm not going to tell anyone coming. Tell me. Right? You treat her like a little kid, like a little girl. Yeah. Not in a weird way. In like that kind of dynamic. What kind of guys do you like? All right? So it's a verbal escalation. You're getting it to some, like to a topic where, okay, we're talking about adult stuff now, okay? What guys are you into? Typically they'll say, oh, I don't have a type, or I'm like this, or da 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 da. It doesn't matter what she says. You're getting her brain to tap into that mood, right? A big thing about game seduction, change her mood, not her mind. If you're trying to get a girl to do something, change her emotions, like give her emotions, right? For example, if you're trying to get a girl to come to the gym with you, and she's like, no, I don't want to come, just go pick her up and like lift her up, be like, hey, whatever, just like give her a bunch of emotions, throw her on the bed, and she's giggling, she's like, ah, okay, let's go to the gym, okay. Right? That's how girls are, right? Emotions, don't try and be like, oh, but let's go to the gym is good for your muscles, and it's like logic, they don't comprehend logic. They just want emotions. Pick her up, throw her in bed, play around, okay, let's go gym, okay. That's how girls are. What do you like about me? Actually, a lot of guys will think, oh, that's kind of chody. That's like a bit of a needy question. What do you like about me? It's like you're trying to self-validate. No, not really. It depends where it comes from. If you say this, so, but what made you come here today? Why are you with me on a date? What do you like about me? Right? It makes her, again, justify why she's here. Because a girl would not come and see you if she doesn't like something about you. Right? So it just helps reinforce that, frame that dynamic. Why are you single? Great qualification. All right? Why are you single? Do you have like guys clothes in your cupboard or something? Like, is that what you're going to do to me? Like, what's the secret? What's going on here? Right? It's a great way for her to say, oh, She just starts qualifying herself. All right? Great qualification. When a girl starts to prove herself, say something about herself to you, trying to prove herself, it's a great form of qualification. It's amazing. Now, another thing is have some responses for these questions yourself, because you know she's going to ask you that back. She's going to say, well, why are you single? What I like to say is, I'm picky. That's my guy here, so fucking picky, right? Right? I'm picky as fuck. Right? I hope maybe you're going to be the one that's going to make it. What do you like about me? What do I like about you? Well, I like your nails. I like how I like your smile. I like how just give her a compliment, man. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, right? I like how you walk. I like how your jeans are probably too tight, but I like it, Like things like that. That's a kind of a backhanded compliment. Like it's a bit too tight, but I like it. I love to say things like this. Like backhanded compliment. I love your hair. It's a bit too blonde though, but I like it. makes go in her head a little bit, gets the hamster wheel working. And when the hamster wheel goes, all she can think about is you, and that's good. The more you're in her head, the more women love you. What kind of guys do you like? Obviously, she's not going to ask you what kind of guys you like. She's going to ask you what kind of girls you like. And then you can, that one, you always say the opposite of what she is. Just puts her in her head. You're fucking with her at this point, right? So if she's blonde, you're like, I like brunettes. If she's brunette, say, I like blondes, right? And you kind of tool her around. What's your guilty pleasure? This is an opportunity for you to kind of get a little bit physical with her. You can be like, I like back rubs, or like rubs in my head. Like, come, give one to me. Or like, I like kisses in here. You can be like, or like when you could say, oh, I'm sad now, or something like this, and you can point out your cheek, and you can go like this, and she gets used to kissing you, right? That's some form of escalations, right? What do you do for fun? You can come up with something fun, like I save babies from fires, whatever. Just make some bullshit, and she's gonna laugh. And then, but actually real. Like I like skiing, I like playing tennis, I like doing this. Form of escalations, okay. What do you have there? Okay. Another way that you can kind of tool her with, tool around with her in the day is involve the waitress or the waiter, right? The waiter comes around and I was like, mate, it's her birthday actually. Can we get her a cake or something? Like she's 26 today or 21 or whatever. It's not her birthday, and she's like, stop it, she's hitting you, right? Spike it, good. It's our wedding anniversary, man. So that's it, man. It's been like 5 years now. She's fucking driving me crazy, And she's here. She's like, no, he's not. Right? You're fucking with her, right? She's an alcoholic, man. Don't get her any drinks. She's crazy. And she's fucking around, same thing. She's my ex-wife. So all these, she's giving you the elbow, she's pushing you away, good spikes, okay? That's some things that you can do on the date. Another thing is, this gets a little bit more sexual. You can go, are you natural? But the way you do it, don't present it as like, do you have any surgery? Are your boobs real? You're not going to say that. You're just going to say, hey, look, I went to Miami once, or this place, and all the girls had the same body type. Like the same tits, the same ass and everything, and next thing you know, they actually use the same surgeons. And I'm just like, what the fuck, it's crazy. But like, are you natural? Like, did you get anything done or something? Like, is this real? Like, don't show me, listen, there's people, don't show me now, right? So some form of escalation, right? You're talking about her body and everything, which is quite sexual, but you're not dropping it like a ton of bricks, like, are your tits real? That's a bit too harsh. It's like, what the fuck, what? Right? That's her reaction. But if you're like, you hide it in the story, it's like, actually, I went there, are you real? Like, yeah, of course, right? She goes like, she just starts showing everything as opposed to go like, ah. So, subtleties. Okay, Q&As, we're running over time, but we'll do any questions if you guys have any questions.